Deputies are still working to arrest the gunman who opened fire during a 2-year-old's birthday party. More than 100 people were there when gunshots rang out just as they were about to sing happy birthday. The number of people injured in the shooting has increased to 13. 2 people took themselves to the hospital after being grazed by bullets. Everyone we've spoken with today says right now the city is hurting.
Anytime something like this happens, violence will put you in the house. Parents only be parents, and we got to keep our kids safe. So this is what violence does. Violence pushes us back in the house. It keeps us off the streets. It keeps us scared. It keeps us in a frenzy. And that's how the whole city is moving right now.
And tonight we're now hearing from a man who attended that party and witnessed the shooting. He, along with another man, were arrested for parole violations.
To be very clear, they are not considered suspects in the mass shooting. But 25-year-old Billy Williams claims that some social media posts blame him for what happened, saying he was one of the targets. He tells us he actually tried to help the victims.
They should know that I would die for those kids. I ran in front of everybody for those kids. I picked all those kids up. I brought them to the front yard. The little boy, Amari, the other little girl, I carried all of them to the front. And I don't understand where they get it all from or whatever they heard about me. No matter what I said in the song, no matter what I ever said, I never wanted to harm I never wanted to see nothing happen to kids.
Tonight, we are learning more information about the 4 young people killed in that mass shooting, starting with Maya Lupian. She was 8 years old. She was a 3rd grader at an Aspire Apex Academy. The school shared a statement from her family saying that Maya loved to dance, sing, and draw. She was a purple belt in karate and loved being active. She excelled in school, and she loved her extracurricular activities.
A GoFundMe has identified the 8-year-old as Journey Rose Rio Tutar Guerrero. She's described as kind and playful. Journey Rose was in the 3rd grade and loved to tell her family about what she learned every day.
Family and friends have identified the 21-year-old as Susano Archuleta. Susano was at the party with his girlfriend. His family was told that Susano protected children and his girlfriend when the shooting broke out, putting them in a closet to hide.
And Amari Peterson was 14 years old. A GoFundMe page created by the family remembers Amari as bright and loved. He played football and basketball and was planning to go to college. Cecil Hannibal spoke with Amari's basketball coach tonight.
He left everything on the court. He wanted to make his dad really proud.
Amari Peterson, a 14-year-old with a passion to win on the court and in the classroom.
He was good in school, straight A student. He didn't talk back. Just honestly, just a genuine overall, just a really, just a good kid.
A good kid who lost his life in Saturday's mass shooting at a children's birthday party in Stockton. Brent Bonander coached Amari for the last 6 years, literally watching him grow up.
But he was like a generational player. Just the talent that he had, and not just in that. I mean, it was with football too. He had a lot of eyes on him.
But his coach says it wasn't his handle or his jumper that impressed him the most. It was his heart.
He wanted to be that kid that his dad, could be proud of. And it's hard, man, because it's senseless. He had the whole world, and it just ripped from him.
This horrible tragedy has left so many families heartbroken, from fathers and brothers to teammates and coaches.
I know you wouldn't want, people to be crying over him and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out there and we're going to dedicate this season to Amari.
In Stockton, Cecil Hannibal, KCRA 3 News.
We're staying on top of breaking news this morning. It's coming to us from Detroit's west side. That's where one man is dead after an early morning bar shooting.
That's right, and it happened right outside the Celebrity Club on Plymouth Road. That's not far from Hubble. Now, 7 Action News reporter Allie Hoxie is live where it happened. And Allie, really quickly, obviously the family is distraught about this, but do we have any idea what led up to this shooting?
Well, right now the family is being told this could have been some sort of an argument about a girl that happened inside the club behind me. But what I do know is the family out here devastated this morning. I just got done speaking to one of D'Angelo Hagan's cousins. He's extremely frustrated, telling me what needs to be done to stop this from happening in the city of Detroit and stop families from hurt and pain that they are feeling this morning. This is a picture of D'Angelo that his cousin gave me. She says he was only in his mid-20s. According to his cousin, she tells me he and his friends went into grab food here at Celebrity Club. She says she's being told once they were inside, his friend started talking to a woman and then they got into some sort of altercation with another man. She says D'Angelo and his friend decided to leave to avoid any type of confrontation, only to be followed to the parking lot where D'Angelo was shot and killed. His cousin tells me this is a huge blow for his family.
There's no value for life. There's no value for life. People don't understand. Life is not a game. It's not a toy. You don't shoot and come back to life. It's real. It's real. He's gone forever now.
24-year-old Michael Faison Jr. died after he was shot yesterday in Newport News. It happened at a 7-Eleven on Warwick Boulevard around 5:30. Police say the shooting stemmed from an altercation between the suspect and the victim, and now they have a suspect in custody. Police arrested 28-year-old Divine Jackson yesterday. He faces second-degree murder charges and a firearms-related charge.
24-year-old Michael Faison Jr. was standing outside a Newport News, Virginia 7-Eleven. He started a conversation with a woman about tattoos. The woman said he didn't look like he'd be a good tattoo artist, but she thought she'd give him a chance and gave him her number. The woman's boyfriend, 28-year-old Divine Raheem Jackson, didn't like that very much. Walked over there, asked why he was talking to his girlfriend, and slapped him a few times. Jackson then pulled out a gun and shot Faison in the face. Jackson and the woman ran to the car and fled the scene. Faison was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Officers located Jackson and he was taken into custody and charged with second-degree murder.
Well, this story is almost just as wild as that one. This woman from South Dakota traveled to Tampa Bay to cheat on her husband, but wound up facing criminal charges. That's because Renee Skoglund filed a false police report while she was here, and you won't believe what she claimed in that report and why she did it. Fox 13's Gloria Gomez shows us how her trail of lies landed her in front of a judge.
Do you have any questions? Your Honor, if we could request from the court.
South Dakota resident Renee Skoglund is far from home and in legal hot water that even surprised the judge.
This is really unbelievable.
Skoglund's trail of lies started on March 8th of 2023 when she decided to come to Tampa Bay and cheat on her husband.
That she had had consensual sexual intercourse with an individual while in Hillsborough County, that she felt guilty about this due to her marital status, and she wanted to get checked for sexual transmitted diseases.
But she wanted to get tested for free, so she decided to lie again and call 911.
I was just raped.
I'm sorry?
I was just raped.
Okay, how long ago did this happen?
Maybe like 45 minutes ago.
Skoglund made up a story about having car trouble on Interstate 75 and pulling over on the side of the road.
An unknown male approached her, put a towel over her head, and forced her into the back seat of her car.
He put a rope on my hands and my feet.
Because her face was covered, she couldn't describe her attacker, but her story started to unravel when police checked her cell phone and found this Walmart surveillance video of Skoglund buying the rope herself. She confessed to making the whole thing up. She was charged with making a false police report and decided to take a plea deal.
I never sentenced anybody for perjury, but it's a good reminder to everybody that perjury is a crime, and all of this stuff that you made up and the resources expended on it could have been used and probably needed to be used by other cases that were real.
Skoglund will now serve 2 years of community control and 8 years of probation. And she will also have to repay the Hillsborough Sheriff's Office over $17,000 to investigate her fake rape claim.
And the big story in Action News is attempted rape charges dropped against a man wrongfully accused after he spent more than a month behind bars. Tonight, a 20-year-old Bucks County woman says she lied about the attack after police said her story didn't add up. Action News reporter Caroline Goggin is live in Middletown Township, Bucks County with the full story. Caroline.
Well, Rick, this is a story we reported on a month ago, and tonight I spoke with the attorney who represents the man who was accused of attempted rape and kidnapping in this grocery store parking lot. That attorney tells me that that woman's story never added up and that the update in this case is better late than never. 41-year-old Daniel Pearson is home with his family tonight, out of jail after the Bucks County DA says he was wrongly accused of attempted rape and kidnapping. This is the woman who accused him of those crimes, 20-year-old Angela Yurimova. Police in Middletown Township said Yurimova called them on the night of April 16th, claiming a man grabbed her in the parking lot of the Redners off Lincoln Highway and attempted to pull her pants down while he carried and pulled her back toward his truck. Yurimova said she was able to break free and that he drove away. Police used a license plate reader system that spotted a similar truck nearby. They tracked it to Pearson, and he was held at the Bucks County Correctional Facility on $1 million bail. A new complaint now states Daniel Pearson was charged with multiple felony offenses and remained incarcerated for a total of 31 days before Yurimova admitted to her lies. The complaint states that shortly after his arrest, officials received information from Pearson's family that warranted further investigation. So detectives reviewed surveillance video and found at no point in the video did Pearson's truck travel through any part of the path Yurimova claimed the vehicle took. Yurimova was called to the DA's office for questioning last Thursday, and because of more inconsistencies in her story, she was called back in on Friday. That's when the complaint states Yurimova admitted that she had lied about the entire incident and that no assault occurred. Yurimova said she had seen Pearson and his truck before in the parking lot of her old job and that he was, quote, creepy. All charges against Pearson have been dropped. And now Yurimova is the one facing charges. She is currently in jail and is due back in court sometime later this month. And according to that criminal complaint we got our hands on earlier today, Yurimova told police that she was going to admit to them at some point that she had lied about this entire situation. At some point she was going to tell them that before the court proceedings. She also told police that she admitted to her father that she had lied about all of this. We're live in Middletown Township tonight. I'm Caroline Goggin, Channel 6 Action News. Rick?